It's about 6 hollows. There's loads of cops in here as well.
Right, send me an invite.
Spare rations here.
I'm in range, but I can't drop down.
Hi, it's 1975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Xbox One. I've got in the background for you some fun fighting as me, Selfish Frodo and Al raided loads of PvPers, got some kills, had some fun, chilled out. What I've got for you today is some spectacular claims. Some just, I don't even know where to begin. The goalposts keep shifting with certain people. So we had blocking people was tantamount to combat logging. We had the whole if you don't like it, go play in solo. And now we've reached something new, and I have to address it, but it is properly into assault territory. So obviously before I begin, there's assault warning on this video, and let's go for it.
Oh shit, here we go again.
So in the recent video Unfriended, I addressed the situation where basically if you don't want people on your friends list, you can remove them by blocking and unblocking. If you just unfriend the people, they can still track you in-game using the social tab. So the only way to stop them tracking you is to block and unblock. I explain the reasons why I do this, and lo and behold, one of the lawfuls has decided that that's called toggle blocking now. This is a new term to me. But because I toggle block people, I am, been playing in private group with extra steps. Apparently, I block everyone who possibly could try and kill me or attack me, and I avoid everyone. I'm just happily just me and the Type 9s. I'm using toggle blocking to avoid all these people that I'm fighting in this video. Like literally, I'm apparently avoiding all these people, which is odd considering I'm here shooting at them. The person claiming this is someone I met not so long ago. They come down and attack me 2v1, and then I challenged them to a 1v1, kicked the crap out of them, and challenged the other guy they were with to a 1v1, and he backed out. I said I thought that was really funny, if he wants to go ahead and claim that. And then he claimed I blocked every single lawful. Well, that's just patently untrue. I don't even know half the lawfuls. I'm not blocking people I don't know and have never met. And also, I have lawfuls on my friends list. I have quite a few on my friends list. But clearly, someone like this doesn't want to let facts get in the way of their feelings. You'll see later, some of the stuff he presents as evidence to support his claims are, well, weak would be being kind. Ridiculous would be a more accurate description. But clearly he's someone who doesn't let facts or even common sense or logic get in the way of his feelings. I don't know where this suddenly came from, and I don't get the point of it. You're not going to get added to people's friends lists by insulting them. But it's just that's the way I feel. Demanding to people on people's friends lists, maybe that works for you, I don't know. But so he told me I blocked everyone, and I said that was a lie, and then his evidence was that I said I block and unblock people. Yes, I do, but I don't block and unblock every single lawful. I don't even know most of the lawfuls. There's 2 guys in this fight, I have no idea. One of the guys I rammed to death, not a clue, never met him before in my life. I've never blocked him, he's never added me, so I've never had to. Clearly you have no common sense. Now I'm assuming he's very young and that English is his second language, from some of the odd statements that he makes and the way he completely misreads things and misunderstands what people mean when they say stuff. His basic understanding, so here's an example. So he went on to say that I tell other people what to do, and there's a terrible double standard, and what a motherfucker I am with this double standard. And then his proof of me telling people what to do was me telling Ragnar saying to Ragnar Scott, says the guy who does his map collecting in private, laughing face. I don't see me telling Ragnar Scott anything in that statement. That's me poking at him for being in private, but I'm not telling him he can't be. I'm not telling him he shouldn't be. I'm not telling him anything. There is no telling in that sentence. It's basic English structure. But Josh OG Kush believes I go around telling people what they should do. Now, I'm being honest, I have told people what to do in game in the past. Usually, the only thing I tell people what to do is don't cheat. And even then, I don't really tell. It's more of a please don't cheat sentiment. But other than that, I don't care what you get up to. I will mock people for using Primo, but you're free to use it. It's up to you. I always play in open, but I have no problem with people playing in private group or solo. In fact, I've said myself, I go into private group to help newbies out that won't come into open. You know, if I join a multi-crew and it shows me in solo, which it does when you're in multi-crew, I get bombarded with messages from people saying, I thought you were only playing in open, which is hilarious. Because that's what we always do to each other, but that's not someone telling somebody they should do something. I'll give you some basic examples, Josh, just so you know. These are the sort of things you're looking for, you know. Like, that's someone telling somebody. They're the sentences you're looking for. You know, what I said isn't selling somebody, and that isn't evidence I tell people what to do. I think you should learn how to read before you leap to these massive conclusions or fill in your own sentences, especially if you're going to say the person's a double standard motherfucker. Now, I do have an example of someone with double standards, and I will save that for later in this video to get more watch time out of you guys, because trust me, it is a beautiful moment. It is absolutely and utterly karmic. But you know, me being me, when it comes to people spreading lies and bullshit and hate about me, I always fall back on asking for evidence and facts. For example, when Be Great decided to tell everyone I was a pathological liar, I asked for evidence, and then after he was unable to provide any, you know, went with the facts, because the facts will always set me free. Because these people, they make up lies and claims and they go nuts, and it's hilarious. Like, you really think I've sat down and blocked every lawful? How have I found out who all the lawfuls are? Like, what are you on? I have hundreds of people on my friends list. I don't know what their play style is. I don't make them fill out a questionnaire. Now, as I have always said, I'm open and honest to what I get up to in game, and I have happily said that I block and unblock people who I don't want on my friends list. Because why not? Does it cause instancing issues? Well, I'm here shooting at people, including Be Great or Be Bait from Australia. I don't believe it does. Me and Panda have issues instancing with each other when it's just us. He's American, I'm English, but we're both on each other's friends list. The friends list thing doesn't seem to help. Sometimes you just get instancing issues because you get instancing issues. Most of the time it's geography related, because we're trying to force instances to have Americans, Australians and English people in the same instance. It has nothing to do with blocking and unblocking people. And yes, I do have one person blocked, and Ragnar Scott has repeatedly told me that is combat logging with extra steps, which is still the most ludicrous piece of logic ever, considering combat logging is an exploit defined by the developers of the game, whereas blocking someone who doxed me and sent death threats and stalked my missus on Facebook, I think is just a sensible precaution. The guy's clearly got issues. And I'm sorry, but anyone who thinks me unblocking that person will make the game experience better for all, no thanks. That guy's a serial combat logger for one. You don't want him in your instance anyway, because all he'll do is fire torpedoes on you. When they miss, he'll combat log to reload the torpedoes and then fire them again. I remember I did a video when he logged 8 times in 1 week, and that was just the videos I'd been sent of him logging. I don't even know if he still plays the game. I've not heard about him in game for such a long time. But you know, I'm not taking the step of unblocking that guy anytime soon. And I don't care if it messes up the game for people who are friends with him or people who wing with him. Because as far as I'm concerned, if you're winging with someone that you know to be a doxer, the sort of person that would send in real life death threats over a video game, I don't want to associate with you either. You know, not being funny, but just the sort of people that would turn a blind eye to that sort of thing, I wouldn't want to hang around with. You know, each to their own and all that, but my personal preference is, you know, people who take games that far should just be like, let go. I did give the guy an opportunity to come and talk to me. I gave the guy plenty of opportunities to give me his side of it as to why he was doing those things. It does appear that it was basically due to a case of mistaken identity or getting two people mixed up, which just makes it hilarious, really. But yeah, I mean, these people, like, move these goalposts, make these weird and wonderful claims. If you really believe that I'm, you know, a private group with extra steps, just look at the footage. My private group is banging. It's baller. It's filled full of some of the best combat pilots in the game, and I'm having massive fights with them. Now, as we say, he decided to say that I was double standard ass motherfucker because apparently I tell Ragnar Scott how to play, even though the comment that he used as an example wasn't me telling anyone anything. It was me poking fun and had no instructional part in the sentence structure in any way, shape or form. Now, double standard motherfucker, let me see, someone who's having a go at me for blocking and unblocking people. Toggle blocking, as you think he called it. Now, what if that person was known to be the king of blocking or unblocking people? Yeah, the literal king of blocking and unblocking. God, I love a good karmic bit of double standards at the best of times. As much as I enjoyed Ragnar Scott blocking the Selfish one and then going, it's no big deal, I've blocked somebody. It's combat logging for extra steps if anyone else does it, but if I do it, it's not a big thing. You know, I love those sort of ridiculous, grandiose statements and then just fall down because, yeah. And properly hilarious. If you're going to have go at people for blocking and unblocking people, maybe you don't want to be known as the king of blocking and unblocking people. Also, like, no offense, but you have no idea as to what I get up to in game, or how many people I've blocked or unblocked, or who I have on my friends list. I mean, let's face it, your comments are just pure fantasy land from someone who barely knows me and is just making up a load of stuff in their own head. Most of it's clearly projection, and if you're the king of blocking and unblocking people, you're clearly projecting that on everyone else. I mean, I will openly admit I block and unblock some people. Yeah, I do. I have no problem with doing it, and I don't really care if you think that's playing in private group with extra steps, because as you can see from this footage, my private group seems to be a really exciting place to play, filled full of your wingmates in cops. Yeah, this whole footage really does just do your argument in, because here I am blocking everyone who would fight back, only fighting against Type 9s. No, I'm fighting against, like, most of your wingmates and cops in open at the CG. Yeah, that's the problem. When you project and make stuff up and you get it wrong, you look like a complete and utter idiot. And I do feel sorry for the lawfuls, because I do get the impression that quite a lot of the lawfuls, like Josh and Ragnar Scott, feel like this guy.
So lonely, so lonely.
I mean, the whole fixation thing with what I get up to in game, what my friends get up to in game, is absolutely hilarious. You know, I get some absolutely mad stuff thrown at me. Some completely insane claims made about me. I came home after a night shift the other night to find a message waiting for me from Be Great. I'll show it to you because it makes no sense to me. It starts with, "A thing has been said making me wonder." But oddly, he wouldn't tell me what the thing that had been said was. He flat refused to tell me that, even though I'd messaged him a few times. I mean, knowing bait, it was probably the thing that was said was, "Oh, you're a mentally ill person who plays victim." Because that's what he normally says, that's what he constantly bangs on with. He's either calling me a pathological liar or a mentally ill victim. I don't know, what do you call it? Someone, he constantly claims I play victim. You know. And he always minimalizes anything that actually happened by claiming it's always lies, even when proof is provided. So I have no idea what his agenda is or why he's sending me these messages of faux concern. I don't know. It's just kind of ridiculous and a bit cringy. And I'll be honest, I don't care if people think I'm playing in private group with extra steps. I personally find it funny, and my private group is banging. Filled full of people to shoot, filled full of people to pirate, filled full of fun and frivolity. And if toggle blocking a few lawfuls makes my experience more pleasant, I will continue to do it. If you want to claim I've blocked every single lawful in the game, even people I've never met, or even people that are still on my friends list, go ahead and claim it. You can carry on going ahead spreading lies and bullshit and hate, while I just sit and enjoy the last days of a game that's dying. Having as much fun as I can out of this game and enjoying myself while watching you lot scurry around making up bullshit and lies and putting it all over Discord, making yourselves look like complete and utter cretins. You know, that's really all I can really say in response, isn't it, really? I'm just going to get on and enjoy playing the video game I enjoy, keeping myself busy and having fun. Don't know about you. I don't know what your agenda is in doing what it is you do on Discord, spreading lies and hate about people. I'm sure it gives you pleasure. But me, I don't need to worry about it. I know the facts will protect me. Anyway, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll clip to Frodo now, as this instance broke on us.
Yeah.
He just logged out as well.
Yeah, no, I'm now I can see him somewhere.
Yeah, literally Dr. Shin out flying towards him just disappeared.
Yeah, I think the whole instance just broke because I was with the machine and then the third last just disappeared.